come here. Come here. Yeah, come.
Okay. And we're live.
Guess we're live.
How you doing?
Right. Good.
What's up, Patty? How you been?
Traveling the world, actually.
Where'd you just get back from?
Florida.
How was that?
Exhausting.
What did you guys go for?
We actually went to launch our Joyce Brand. So it's a Delta product. We have it in Pineapple Express and Fruity Pebbles right now.
Cool. Who went? You and Deanna?
Yes, but I am what do you call it? It's our company. Oops.
And what's the company called for everybody at home watching? Or on the road?
We have a smoke shop distro, so distribution. I am a managing partnership position with this company. I am a C.O.O. manager. So basically, I'm in charge of like all the sales and the production of that. Yes.
So, this is Patricia Roybal. I've known her for a couple years now. I could say that. We quickly became friends, kind of because we had to, but not only that, because she's really cool. I like to hang out with people who are like super nice. Honestly, I think honestly that's how I characterize my friendships with people. Because if they're not super nice or just like good people or genuine people, then I don't really like hanging out with them. I think that's anybody though, right?
Yeah, I guess like.
Right, because nobody actually no. Because I mean, when I was younger, I would hang out with people that I didn't really like. So.
Yeah, no. If I didn't like you, I didn't hang out with you. I'm sorry.
But even when you were young?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If the vibes are off or something, didn't waste my time.
Maybe it's just me, because I used to go through like I just hung out whoever I could when I was like younger. When you have those friends that are like kind of like dicks or whatever. Like I don't even know if I should say that word, but like.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I guess.
Well, anyway, I met her through a good friend named Marisol. Shout out to you. And ever since then, we've been cool. There was a time where literally recently, about I think for a year, where I was going through some stuff, so I kind of just like distanced myself from everybody. But we're back and we're friends, and I love this person. She's a good human being. Not only that, she's a badass entrepreneur. Her and Deanna. Just you two?
No, we actually have 5 people.
5-people team.
Yes, we have a company technically. But Diana's in charge of marketing. So like you'll see us on Instagram. She's gonna start doing different reels. We're gonna get more shows that we go to. So like we just left Alternative Expo. Okay. So it's a show with multiple different vendors. You have your buyers and your distributions. And they come in and we showcase all the different products, from wealth and healthness to Delta products to vapes.
Kava, all that stuff.
Kava's up and coming. It's new. It's been around for a while. Mm-hmm. But a lot of people don't really know about it because it comes from the Pacific Islands, like Fiji and stuff. So on the West Coast is really known, and Florida is actually really known too, in Texas. Other than that, kava is like really, really new to this industry on this side. Yeah,
because I only knew about it because when you brought it over to the pizzeria, and I was like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
Took a couple shots of those. That was fun.
So we have a couple different ones of the kava. The kava, I only brought one. Here I brought different things, like our CBD tinctures for people that like need sleep aids. We have our gummies. CBD, we the night ones, and then we have also a lot of people like our nano cream. Cool. So like for people that exercise a lot or they have like joint pain. This, I didn't bring the gold one, and I thought I did. This is like a miracle like lotion. It's really, really weird how it works. So like prime example, I was helping a friend move last week, and since I haven't been doing like manual labor in a while, and that night my knees are killing me. And I rubbed some of this one on. And this one, I woke up the next day and my knees felt fine.
Cool. So it's like when I was just younger, my dad would grab he had a weed plug, right? So he would have the weed plug, and then he would grab a bottle of like rubbing alcohol, and then he just like that's the old school like Mexican way to do it, I guess. So this is like an alternative to that.
Yeah.
And he would just rub it on his like joints because he has arthritis.
All our products are hemp derived products. Okay. Because there's different stages of stuff. So there's like Delta 8 and Delta 9. Delta 9 is THC.
Yeah.
The actual molecules.
Delta 9. Yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't know the difference. And Delta 8 is more from the hemp. So if like you brought up like I have the photo, but like the molecules, how it looks, literally one molecule is different on one than the other. So like it literally moves to make it more. To extinguish it. So like you have Delta 8 and Delta 9.
Yeah. Can you explain Delta 8? Because I see that a lot, and I get like mixed feedback from different people. Just like, I mean, these aren't experts, but we have you here, so like.
So Delta 8 actually for like in the last couple of years had a bad rap.
Yeah.
And then it's because people were using bad, poor raw materials and also putting in different stuff. So like our chemist is very strict on what he puts into our pens. That has to be the like highest grade. He literally will not make something if it's not healthy for your body. Like we've had people ask, can you add this or that? And he's like, no. So like in our vape pens, correct? Like a lot of people would use like butane. You know what butane is, right?
Yeah, it's like an alternative to like gasoline or kerosene.
Yeah, correct. You put in your lighters and stuff like that. He does not use that. He refuses. So we have no butane in our particular product. Also, the oils he has, like he was explaining the other day, vaping, right, isn't obviously going to be always the healthiest alternative for you.
Better than cigarettes, though.
Correct, but the stuff that we put in our pens, how did he say it? If I had him here, he would be literally just like talking science and you have no clue what you're saying, so I always make him dumb it down. It's healthier for your lungs and it doesn't clog up. So like a lot of companies will have like sugar in it. We have no sugar, and that's what goes into your lungs, and that's where you get that cough or that like that stickiness.
Oh, that's really cool.
It's it's the sugar in your lungs. Ours don't have that. So that, and also that we bring really, really good pride into our devices. We went to a really good manufacturer. So the device is not ours, but the oil is. And how they have it set up, it's the filter system is actually really cool. So the oil goes in, and then there's this little fan in the middle. I don't know if you can see it. If you look inside there, you can. Because they all have it. And it comes up, and then you have the heating coils inside. So then you just pull. And this little guy has 5 grams. A lot of pens, some, range from 1 grammers to 5 grammers. Like, this is an average vape pen. You can see the difference. You know what I mean? We also did a lot of research on, like, the look. How do you want it? Like, our pens are more focused for, like, the adult smokers, not the kids. We don't want nothing to involve with children because...
Yeah, 100%. I understand that. We
don't want them to be catching on to stuff like this. It's more classy adults and a sexier look.
100%. Yeah, this is one of the coolest ones I've seen because, like, I've seen some weird ones. I've seen some ones that, like you're saying, they look like kid stuff. But these look really cool. It's kind of like luxurious.
You can slide it in your suit pocket.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, there's
a little pocket inside of your pocket. If you guys don't know what to put in there, use this.
It actually really does fit really good because like when we're out and doing shows, they make me
it literally fits in there.
Yeah, it's like I always have to dress up. Like when we go places, I always wear a nice shirt, slacks. We don't want to look like your average stereotypical cannabis industry. We want to make it more professional. And then like I just got off of a meeting with a client this morning, and she was talking about how she doesn't want to go into certain stores because she kind of feels guilty, or like, you know what I mean? Like she feels like she's doing something wrong, but she realizes that now as being an adult, the benefits of cannabis, and she's literally described the target audience that we're going for is these are for adults. These are to help you. Like if I would have known about the nano cream when I was a mechanic, instead of popping a whole bunch of aspirin, and that's really bad for your liver.
Yeah.
I would have did this.
Clots, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like a different whole experience. And also like the environment's different too. Like the industry is so much better.
That's cool. How'd you get involved with all this? Like, you just thought about it one day and just did it?
I had a friend a long time ago brought me in, and from a year later or so, I've always been into the cannabis industry since I was a child. But then when I became a mechanic, and also in a different field, it was like, no, got to stick to what's the right way. You know what I mean? Okay. This generation is different than my generation. Like we were raised to go to school. She says
that because she's a little older.
A little older, okay.
But she looks like she's like 22.
We were raised to get to college and get a job in an office and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And no, your guys are more entrepreneurs. Like my first business, I was 19.
It's the internet. It's like the internet. It's like, you see a 12-year-old making $1 million on YouTube, so it's like,
yeah. Why not? When in '95, when we had AOL, I wasn't expecting this in 2024. Watching TikTok. Yeah. So we pick up the phone, I would be so pissed because then I lost my AOL connection, and we had little chats going on.
Yeah, keek, something like that. I hear. I was watching a YouTube video about that. Mm-hmm. I didn't go through that. My first social media was MySpace. So.
I was before that. It was a Hotmail, or the best feeling was when you turned on the internet, you got mail. Like, oh, someone messaged me.
That's so funny.
Mm-hmm.
I remember the MSN Messenger.
Mm-hmm.
That was probably my first one before MySpace. Well, that's so funny. Oh my God. So, Patty, you're not really from New Jersey. This is NJ Talks. You're not really from New Jersey, but you kind of made it your home now, right?
Yeah, so it's different. I'm still a California kid, West Coast.
Yeah.
There's gonna be things I am gonna miss about Jersey that on the West Coast that we don't have here, and vice versa. But
what do you love here that you didn't have over there in California?
Different foods.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean,
because over there was just like Mexican food and that's it, right? Kind of.
Yeah.
Burgers, In-N-Out, all that.
Those things, and I've never had what was it now? Colombian Cuban food. When I was in Florida, I had a ton of Cuban food, and I got introduced to the Cuban community, so that was pretty cool. They had these little coffees. Mm-hmm. I don't know, I can't remember what they're called.
I know they're super dark. I know. I forgot the name of it.
So those are really good.
About Jersey specifically.
Bagels. Pizza.
Bacon, egg, and cheese.
No.
No. Over there, do you guys call it bacon? What's it called? Taylor ham, egg, and cheese, or pork roll?
I have no clue. I don't eat. I had a friend that was from New York that moved out there, and she'd always say the bagels out here suck, and I was like, okay, I don't know what you mean. Mm-hmm. So when I came here, I went to the bagel shop down by Hawthorne, and I started eating those bagels. And
the little corner one by train trucks. Yeah. And
those were really. I realized what she meant. These taste way better.
Yeah. I think it's the water, I have no idea, but the bagels here are awesome. Almost every bagel store you go to, you have one here and there that's not that good, but they're all really good.
Yeah, the bagels, the pizza.
You should try River Road. Hot Bagels on Saddle River Road in Fairlawn. I've been going there since growing up my whole life.
Yeah, I still don't know.
Shout out to Midland Bagels also in Saddlebrook. Yeah. No, I love New Jersey. Because you know what it is? We have the 4 seasons. You don't like the 4 seasons?
I grew up in Washington, so I went from a state of it could rain over 100 days.
Oh, yeah. I love the rain. So I told you before I would love to move to Washington. Well, not even because I can't leave the state because I love it here so much. But maybe just to visit for a month or two. But I like. If you
like the rain, I would say go to springtime because then it goes you have the warm and then it rains and it's wishy-washy.
That's cool.
But whatever. You have the seasons there. But I'm heart to the sun. I love to be on the beach.
Yeah. Do you have you told me you go to the gun ranges and all that. Have you gone here in New Jersey yet?
No, I haven't actually.
No?
Just been busy. This is a whole different lifestyle here. It's a rush. I notice that it's the days seem like they're always going by faster no matter what time you wake up.
Yeah. And do you find yourself busier here? Because that's what I hear from people that move from different states.
Busier in which way?
It's more like a rat race.
Yeah. Very true.
What do you think that is?
Because there's so many people here.
Yeah, right.
And it's a small place and things are built on top of each other.
Yeah.
Where I even caught myself the last time in California, just went from a mentality of driving down the road and life is okay, whatever, to here where you gotta hurry. Where the last time I was in California, I got upset at somebody for not moving as fast. And I was like, oh my gosh, I think the East Coast is rubbing off on me. Like, why am I getting upset? I'm on vacation. Why am I upset?
We're very, Jersey people are very, I'm very patient. I learned to be, but, yeah, people are crazy. Yeah, there's a lot of road ragers here. And they're not even on roids, so it's funny. I don't know.
It's just different, different energy, different cultures too that I've wouldn't have like known about. Well, I've known but not got involved. Like the Cuban, Colombian culture.
Here in Jersey's big.
Yeah,
lots of Colombians and Venezuelans here.
And I love it. Like it reminds me of home to a point. I love their food. Like I'm obsessed with like pan de queso. And,
pan de queso is good. Oh yeah, Marisol loves all that stuff. Yeah. I forget. I haven't talked to you in a while, yo.
Yeah. So
how you been, yo?
Good.
Your smile is so contagious too. So it's like I just always smile when I'm with you.
Yeah.
But man, that's cool. You should have wore a New Jersey Mets hat today.
No, San Diego all the way.
Okay. So we have an exclusion today. Patty really just loves California, but it's okay. Jersey's number 2, right?
Jersey, you're getting there. I mean, I'm gonna. My ideal dream is to have 2 hubs. A hub
How do
here.
you like the pizza here?
I said pizza like 4 or 5 times.
Yeah,
like,
I heard bagels only. What's your favorite pizzeria so far?
Gabby's Pizzeria.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah, I've heard about that place. It's really good. They have thin crust pizza.
And they make you hearts.
Yeah, heart-shaped pizza.
So that's the way to my heart. To a Valentine.
What's your favorite type of pizza?
What is it called? Margarita.
Margarita pizza, yeah, the fresh mozzie
with extra margarita.
Yeah, that's cool.
Some soda water.
Yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, people from East Bumble, wherever they call
East Bumble.
They call seltzer soda water.
Yeah, it's soda water. Even Florida calls it soda water.
That's so weird.
Because when I went there, I was like, "Can I get seltzer water?" And they're like, "What's that?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, okay, soda water." And they're like, "Oh yeah, I know what you mean." I had to go down the list. It was like seltzer water, mineral water, sparkling water, and then I said soda water, and they knew what I meant.
Yeah, I mean, we call it club soda too.
Yeah, there's just so much.
Yeah,
just soda water. Yeah, soda water. Man.
Seltzer. I call it seltzer my whole life, so I don't know. But that's cool. So okay, so these products, they're healthier. The chemist makes sure no butane. I really like the style of it. I love the whole idea of the presentation that you guys do, which is super cool.
Our vapes are actually dedicated to my aunt that passed away from HIV. So they're called Joyce.
Joy. Oh, that's a nice name.
Yeah, right.
It goes with it. Joyce.
Joyce. That's what I love about this company that I am, partners with is that it's different. They allow me to have say. You know what I mean? There's the owner of the company, and then I'm on the board, and I'm like the C.O.O. So like we came up with making this pen, and I had input, and we were sitting there brainstorming. It was going to be a different name, and we're like, it doesn't feel right. And I literally was Diana and I and the team on the phone, and I was like, how about Joyce? And they're like, why? And then I started explaining the reason why, and they loved it. They're like, that's perfect. Like, she got HIV actually through a blood transfusion, giving birth to her son. The doctor said that she was only going to live for 6 years. With the help of cannabis, it helped her live for 21 years. Crazy, right? So that's the more of the meaning of like why we have a brand culture base. Like, it brings more passion. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's more,
and there's actually meaning to it.
Correct. So we have a good quality oil, and then I have a good story behind it. It's not something like I just came up with the back of the, just a random name was like, oh yeah, that's gonna be catchy.
Yeah, definitely.
No, it was more of the meaning.
Yeah. Yeah, that's so cool. Yeah, things are better when they have meaning. It's like Gabby's, like, it's my dad's middle name, and in Mexico they'll call him, he has another brother named Juan also. So my dad's middle name is Gabriel. So growing up his whole life, they call him Gabby for, like, the little one. He's the youngest at 5. But, yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
But that's a better story. I get you, though. That's cool.
Yeah,
So you said you were going to let me try one. I'm dying to, like, I'm thirsty, so.
So we can do some kava. This is the energy kava.
Okay, good.
So this is a little tester because we're going to actually release our different types of kava. They have kava where it's like more for people that have anxiety and you need something to relax instead of like drinking alcohol.
Yeah.
So it has like the same concept behind it without hurting your liver, or people that are allergic to alcohol, they can have this. Like I have a native friend who drinks kava when he goes out because he gets nervous, social anxiety. So they have that one. That one's from Fiji. That's coming out actually next month. And then we have the energy one. This is just a little sample. We released one, and this is the funny part. It's called Daya. Yeah, because Diana actually made it up, and it's a chili mango. This one's not. This one's a blueberry, but it's the same concept. You might want to, let's say, shake it up, but
yeah, I'm so excited.
So this one's gonna give you energy. I made the mistake when we were doing testing. We had a cherry one, and I drank 2 before bed, like 2 seltzer, like what I just did. And I couldn't sleep. And I was like, God. What is wrong? And I thought it was...
Oh, perfect. And it's Friday.
So.
Okay.
Mix it up.
Oh, yeah.
If I had a cup, I mean...
No, yeah, I know. I was actually looking for one, but I couldn't.
Let's see.
I definitely taste it.
The blueberry?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, we have that. And then we have the chili mango that we released in Florida called Daya. And that's actually went very, very well. Like, we had this on our stand, we had a little jug, and we're giving out samples. And the feedback, because a lot of people have tried kava, like the actual earthy kind, and it tastes like dirt.
Yeah.
Like, it literally tastes like dirt. And people were like, oh my God, this tastes very, very, like, great. Like, I can show you the videos. Or you go on our Instagram, our business page, and you can watch the videos. And the reactions of, like, kava, I don't know, and then they had it. So
do you guys have like a location, or like is it like selling it just online? How does it work? Like, where can people buy the stuff?
You can buy it on our page, our websites. Also, and like we're gonna go to like distributions, and they'll carry the line. There's local shops just waiting for my packaging for Joyce. In the next couple weeks, come in, and then you can purchase it there. Like, there's a smoke shop called Lou's Smoke Shop in Hawthorne. He purchases all my stuff, loves it. I actually know a lot of different smoke shops. I just run around and just build relationships with the owners. And
okay, cool. Oh, so you bring it to like shops and stuff. Like, oh, that's really cool.
Or you can order it from on our website. That's actually our lung pill for people that have like athletes or asthma. It comes from India.
Cool.
It actually works a lot. Diana's mom, Marissa's mom, she has asthma, right? Before, I think it was like 6 months ago, she was in the hospital again for her bad asthma, and I gave her a bottle, and you can, as the month went by, because that's a 30-day supply, she got better.
Yeah. Like,
it helped her a lot, with the breathing and everything like that. And then recently, so I kept on giving her bottles, and then we left, and then her asthma started acting up again. We asked her what was going on. What are you doing different? And we found out she didn't have any more of these. Yeah. And we're like, well, why didn't you tell us if that's the only thing that's different? Of course, we're going to give you another bottle.
That was helping her.
Yeah, it did wonders, actually. And it helped me with my last, infection. With my,
I'll put it here so people see it.
So that one, that's called, like, we'll have the C.O.O coming out for like a week pack.
CBD gummies. Cool.
And the night ones, the nano cream.
So if people buy all this stuff already, they might as well just get it from Patty.
There you go. We have animal CBD stuff.
Cool. This is awesome. See, it's good to have cool friends, entrepreneur friends.
The chill pills.
Ooh. Now, do you have anything that's synonymous with like steroids? Because I be going to the gym, but my muscles don't really grow, and I don't want to take steroids. So.
No, but we do offer white labeling.
I don't know.
So it's say if you want to come out with your own brand, and like the wealth and health, you want to do your own protein, stuff like that. We offer that option too.
Oh, that's cool.
So, like, I want to do my own Delta line of gummies. Come to us and we can provide you the product.
Oh, that's so cool.
And help you get through that. And with
like protein powder.
We could do protein powders. We could do pretty much name it. he can do it.
Creatine.
Yeah, if you just buy the raw materials, and then we'll help you package it the way that of like what you want to brand it.
Oh, cool. Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that. Because I mean, I can't really market that just myself because but somebody who's like, let's say if you're like a coach or like a fitness instructor or something like that, or trying to or doing a personal brand, and you're like someone who's jacked, that'd be perfect. So now you know somebody.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
We offer white labeling.
Yeah. Just make sure you take care of Patty. But yeah, that's so awesome.
You come to me. It's still part of the company.
Oh yeah.
So
that's so cool. I have some questions I have enough for you. I had them, but I forgot them in my head. I went out last night. Got a little, What do you do for a living? Oh, okay. So, like, have you ever had any other businesses besides from this?
Yeah.
Can you tell us about them?
I opened my first business when I was 19 years old. I owned like little kiosks in the mall.
You were one of those?
Yeah.
Well, what kind? Like,
so I had a cell phone accessory one all year round, and then I did during like holiday season. We did Dead Sea, toys, hair straighteners, and ornaments.
oh.
So I did that for 6 years. We had 2 malls, so I had a total of 8 stores.
Cool. What'd you do after that?
I took a year off.
Were you always entrepreneurial? Like, why? Why do you think you were? Because you're telling me 19 years old. That's pretty young for like somebody to start entrepreneurship.
I started selling stuff when I was 16, 15, 14, baking cookies. I was a Girl Scout.
Do you come from like an entrepreneurial family?
Yes and no.
What's your background?
Hispanic.
You're Hispanic?
Yeah.
I mean, I know, but people don't know.
Oh.
So I'm asking you a lot of basic questions.
Also with like I have high ADHD and I am dyslexic.
Yeah.
So I was a little lab rat as a kid, and I didn't like being in school.
Yeah.
Like I needed to find something that kept me stimulated, and selling stuff that I believe in was like a passion.
That's cool. You said your family was entrepreneur too?
Mm-hmm. My mom had her own in-house daycare for basically since I was 8 years old until I graduated high school. So like she would have little children, like little babies, and now they're having babies.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's so weird. Like my mom keeps calling me and telling me like, "Oh, Dylan had a baby. He graduated. Yeah, like he got out of college and got married." And I'm like, I used to change his kids' diapers.
Oh my god!
Like this is weird.
Yeah, time flies.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Then I was a mechanic.
You had your own mechanic shop too, right?
Nope, I worked for a company called Les Schwab.
Okay.
And that's a really, really good company at the time. It still is. He took care of his employees in a certain way that a lot of companies didn't.
Yeah.
And he believed that everyone was family. So they offered really, really good benefits. They did a lot of hands-on teaching. And you could work your way up to management, to corporate, and all that.
Yeah. So
I did that for 6 years. Then went to the county. And I think I realized...
The county?
Yeah, I worked for the San Diego County Sheriff's Department as a mechanic, too. Did that for a year.
That's so cool.
And then COVID came into our lives. And
oh, yeah. Weren't you already here in Jersey?
No.
Oh, no, yeah, 2021. I met you in 2021.
I was in Mexico during COVID.
Wow. You went, like, why? Why Mexico?
Because my cousin had a house, and my aunt had one, and she let me, like, buy it for a while.
You moved to Mexico because of COVID, or like it was before COVID that you moved to Mexico?
I got the house right before COVID, and then when COVID hit, it was like, okay, do I pay $1,400 for an apartment, or do I pay $250 for my own house?
Yeah.
$250 is a lot cheaper than $1,400 to live for a one-bedroom apartment.
I definitely thought about that, going to Mexico, just for a little bit, but I definitely want to build a career out here first.
It was great. Like, I didn't have to deal with anything you guys did. Like,
how's the real estate different from over there? Like owning a house there and owning a house here.
Real estate?
Like forget that word. Like what are the differences of like you owning a house in Mexico and you owning a house here in the United States?
I wouldn't know. I don't own a house.
Oh, you didn't own the house? I thought you said you had.
Yeah, I owned it with her, and I just paid the mortgage.
Oh, you were just.
And then when I moved, I transferred all the documents back in her name.
Okay.
So it was very simple. I want to purchase another home. It's a lot cheaper. My living expenses were super, super cheaper than out here.
Yeah.
And I did get to save a lot of money and enjoy myself. Like I could walk down the street to the butcher and go get coffee and like
the tortillas.
Yeah, everything was there.
They have stores for every single thing.
And the community was great.
Yeah. I love Mexico.
It's just a different environment. People have this stigma of like, oh, you're going to get in trouble, you know, this and that. No, as long as you're respectful to people, you'll be totally fine.
I've seen all types of races live in Mexico. They just walk around like nothing because, like, again, it's like you just said, if you're respectful and all that. Like in the little town that we lived in, there was these owners that were from an Asian country, but they had their own store, and it was so cool to see. Like, you know, and there's even like synagogues for like Jewish people in Mexico City. There's big communities, Muslim people. There's big communities of everything.
When World War II happened, a lot of people fled from Europe to Mexico, and also it's a sanction of like, if you know the history, slavery. If you go even farther back, slavery was banned. So people from the United States moved down there.
Oh yeah,
like it was illegal to have a slave, so people went there.
A lot of people went there.
And I lived in a border town, so I live in Tijuana, and everybody's there, like Russians. I mean, people that the best Chinese food I've ever had is down there.
Really? Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Chinese food here, at least, because it just feels like
it's not the same.
Not the same. That's so cool.
Like, it's totally different.
When you were living in Cali, I know this because like I know you. You were like a chola.
Me, not in California. No, we had the whole little thing. It was actually in Washington.
Oh, you were there? Because there's a lot of those also over there, right?
Yeah, it's and it's actually really big in Japan too. It's the Chicano movement.
Yeah, I see a lot of videos like that.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? Do you like that? Like, do you think that's cool though, right?
Yeah, there's
because I see a lot of hate sometimes with that.
It's misunderstood, like anything else, like any culture, anything that's not what you want as a person, of what somebody's mind is, and it's different. People don't like. But if you are open-minded to like respect everybody, there's no issue.
Yeah.
Like in Japan, they have a Chicano movement out there that's very strong because there was a gentleman, two guys moved from LA and liked lowriders, liked the style, liked everything, and moved back to Japan. And there's a whole movement out there that is literally, you would see SoCal people dressed up the same way.
That's cool. Sorry, I feel like they're closing out, but we have 24/7 access here. Let's see. What's like a common myth in your industry? Because now you're part of that. You went through like being a salesman like when you were 16, and then in the malls, and then you had mechanic working for the sheriff's county also, and then after that, like what else did you do?
I was between the mechanic, I was a bartender at a golf and country club. I don't know, name it. I've done it. It's the problem. Like, it's not a problem. It just made me more well-rounded. You know what I mean? Like, I just had to find what I enjoy.
Have you ever done like sales? Like sales? Like, what do you mean? Direct sales? Like selling? Like, I mean, everything you've done is like sales, literally.
Like door to door.
Door to door, or like yeah, door to door.
No, never did the door. Besides like a little 8-year-old selling cookies that I baked. Never done door to door. But it.
Now I met you through MLM, like network marketing. Did you do any other network marketing companies?
No, but I was around it a lot because of my aunt. She was constantly into network marketing. She was in Princess House. She was in Tupperware. She was in Avon. She was in Mary Kay. Name it, she did it.
What do you think about network marketing?
It teaches you things. It's just, to me, it's not the structure I like. You know what I mean? Like, but I did learn some things.
Yeah.
It does. It is an aggressive industry that you have to be. More where in my type of how I like to sell is like I like to be more personal. And this is one thing about like even in this business, some people like a short-term relationship. I like long-term relationships with my customers. Like even if the sale's small, I know the product what I'm selling is good, that they're going to come back.
Yeah.
Whereas there's some people, they don't care if it's good or bad. They just want that sale.
Yeah.
Once, you know what I mean? And I don't feel like that's
I mean
the direction I like.
No, I mean I feel the same way a little bit. I grew out of it now, but I definitely enjoyed it while I was there. I feel like it helped me because like I joined it when I was like 20. Well, I was 16, but I was there for like 2 months. But then I got out, and then when I was 20, I feel like I was more mature, and I needed something with my life, and I didn't really have anything there. And you know what it taught me? it introduced me to people who dreamt or thought bigger, because I didn't have that around me. So I think that's why it helped me. And I got involved with it. I met a bunch of cool people. I got humbled quickly because I took some losses in the beginning, but then it helped me out a lot, and introduced me to like leadership and all that, reading, personal development. So I kind of took it serious, and then I got out of it again because the company collapsed, and then went back again. That's when I met you. What I really like about it is that it definitely introduces you to a lot of people. But yeah, I know what you're saying. Sometimes like there's different companies like that you'll join, and you just trying to sell it, you know.
Yeah.
And then there's certain people that are in it that will teach you a certain thing and maybe tell you, like you're saying, you like the long relationships.
Correct.
I do too. And then, but in certain network marketing companies, you like ruin the relationships, and that happened with me too. What's it called? So that was like one of the lessons that I learned, is that certain things you can't take too seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah, but again, I'm like, and again, Patty's so much wiser than me. Like, so like, you are. I'm being serious. You are. So like, and me, I'm more like, I don't want to use the word naive. What's that word? It's like, I believe too easily.
Yeah,
there's a word for it. Gullible.
Gullible.
I'm pretty gullible, but in a good way, because like I like to trust people. And you know how they say, oh, you shouldn't trust people too much? I'll do it no matter what, until somebody gives me a reason not to trust them. And then the way I work is just like, I just leave them alone. But like,
that's in anything. And as you get older, the more at whatever industry you're in, you're gonna go through that. I just got something happen to me where I trusted somebody and wasted a whole month of my time. And now I'm playing catch up. And that's even like, I'm about to be 36. I saw the indicators, but that person was great at talking. And I kind of, got led a different direction. And then I realized, this is all for their gain. I got to go back to what I know.
Would you say you're a positive person?
I mean, I'm not going to lie. There's days that I'm tired and I don't know, did I make like the right decision? Like, I even questioned it last week. Did I make the right decision starting this, going with this company and, selling this product, or going to what's comfortable with like mechanics? Everyone's going to need a car to fix. And I started like
taking an actual risk and like,
something different. Gosh, man, did I do this? Or, feeling in my head. But then this morning, like all last week, it was a tough month last month. And then this week I just was like, got up, made a whole bunch of emails, phone calls, went through all my phone with all the connections I know I met in the last year in this industry, and had 3 great meetings this week, like 2 today and 1 yesterday. So it's just like with anything. And also like my dad was Navy. So he had a maintenance job. So that's where I get the like mechanic idea of like, you need a blue collar job for stability. And then my mom was the entrepreneur. She had different businesses. She did her daycare for so many years. She was a banker too at one point. So, and they both taught me different things. So like, no matter what, I know if I'm feeling or need to look for work or something slow, I can always go reach out to a friend. Hey, do you need work on a house? Like during Christmas,
I remember you were getting gigs on the side.
I was helping a friend remodel her house, because during COVID I remodeled my house in Mexico. So, and my dad taught me at a young age how to do plumbing, electrical, drywall.
I don't really know plumbing. I don't really know electrical.
So like now
I don't really know drywall.
I just know those things, and then working on cars. So I'm like, no matter what I do or put my mind to, I'm going to always be successful. So like, what you said, like getting into the area of like, you were around people that thought big. Since I was a child, I always thought big. Like my parents never said like, oh, that's unrealistic. It was more like, okay.
Yeah.
And that is
my mom was the one who was like that with me.
Like, okay. Like sometimes I feel like, damn, why you have to be so positive all the time? Because like,
you have to be though.
Like, no, my parents like, can you be a little harder on me? But their answer is like, we know you're gonna do it. Like when I wanted to be a model, I ended up being a model. Like that was the most.
I remember, yeah.
The craziest
some
year.
really cool pictures.
Like
yeah.
I was in a magazine. I was in a movie.
What movie was it?
I don't remember. It's all on YouTube. You can Google my stuff.
Oh, okay.
I have different.
Oh, you're on IMDb?
I don't. What's that?
So it's a website where like all the actors, if you've ever been in a movie, it'll be there.
Oh yeah, whatever.
That's so cool. I want to look that up.
You can look up my model name.
What's your model name?
It's my Instagram name.
Patricia Roybal?
No, it's a Patty Roy, whatever. And like I was in this magazine, and then you'll find YouTube videos of me talking about like when I came out. Like it's just that time. Like I realized I touched a lot of people's hearts too. Like helped give them inspiration to be who they are.
You think it's important to help people?
100%.
Why?
Karma. That's the right thing to do. Like, doesn't mean they're going to be the one that's going to help you, but when you're in a down area, you'll get the gifts right
Can
back.
I show you on my phone?
What?
Can I show the people?
Yeah, I don't mind.
Look at that stud right there. That's a stud. Okay. Anyway.
But like it was the same concept. Like you put your mind to it and you believe in yourself and you get it done. Just like I believe in our brand. Like I know it's gonna take off. I know there's meaning behind it. People like the product. Like being in Florida, I was nervous and sitting there with Dee, we're both like, okay, we got the devices, we met our chemist because everything was by like Zoom and stuff, and we tasted it and we're like, wow. Then being on the show, on the floor, having people try it and their reaction is like, okay, it is good. You know what I mean? Like sometimes people get caught up in their own stuff and like, it's the best. And that's also one of the ways I sell is like anyone can come to you and say they have the best stuff.
Yes.
The only thing is you are the one trying it. You try it, you tell me.
The value has to be there. You can't just like, you're trying to talk, you're talking the talk, but you're also walking the walk. Yeah.
And like when I walk into stores or distributions, I tell them that and I'm like, I can sit here and give you this whole speech, but I really don't have the time for it. So here's the product. I believe in it. I'm going to drop it off. You try it, have your people like test it out and give me a call back. And they literally call me back. They're like, you're right. You're cocky. You're just straight to it. And you didn't waste my time. And it's really good product. I'm like, thank you. Simple. Very simple. Like, I don't have time for it. Your time is precious as much as my time.
Yeah.
One of those things.
I love that.
What else is a question?
You were talking about your parents.
Oh, yeah.
I want to know how, like, you kind of probably answered it. Maybe not, though. What's, like, the biggest thing your dad taught you?
Getting up and always working. Always, even if you're tired. He always did.
Hungover.
Yeah, get up,
same way.
just no matter what. And, like, even to this day, he's, like, they're 70 now. They just turned 70. He's still he still goes to work. I retired him during COVID, and he still goes to work. And he's just always, I'm always going to be his little girl, no matter what. But he's determined to, if Johnny needs to do it, if he asks for his help, he gets it done. And I get that from him. Like if someone asks for my help, I do it. I try it the best I can. And then he was always hands-on.
Yeah.
Fix it himself.
I like that. What about your mom?
Her? Oh, she's very stubborn and headstrong.
The
so
biggest thing she helped you with, yeah.
Yeah, like don't give up. Oh, if someone says you can't do it, find a way. Like, no is not the answer.
They sound like my parents.
It's go for it. It's like, okay.
That's so funny.
And if it didn't work out this way, well, try a different way. Look, they understand my disability too.
Do you have a morning routine?
I used to, but right now with this industry, it's so different.
Yeah.
It's sometimes I'm up until 4 or 5 in the morning because I have clients in different parts of the world.
Yeah. How long has the company been alive? I guess. Like, when did you start it?
With the Joyce Brand just released 4 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
Herbal Fractures has been around for I think 6 years, and our main company has been around since 2013.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yeah. So we're a consulting company also.
What does that mean? Because I hear that a lot.
So like if you want to start up a business and you need licenses and stuff like that and compliance issues and stuff. So the company above me, that's what they do.
Really? So you can help people like any business questions, literally?
Not me personally.
Okay.
But my partner can, yeah.
Oh wow. What's your go-to place in Jersey?
Go-to place?
Yeah. Where do you go to have fun? Where does Patty Roybal, C.O.O. go to have fun?
You're gonna laugh, but recently we've been going to the Cliff. I like
Oh,
it
the
there.
one in that little bar
Yeah,
in
it's very,
Clifton?
yeah, it's very
It's a
humble.
popular bar. I love that bar. Yeah, it's nice.
They're
A
like,
lot of people go there.
I know, like D and Mel, they all have your guys'
Oh yeah,
high
because
school
they're
friends.
Yeah, yep, yeah. That's I was gonna say they're from that area.
Yeah, other than that, it's a good environment, and it's nothing too crazy.
Mm-hmm. Do you go anywhere else?
I mean, we've gone to network like at Waterside.
Waterside is another cool place.
The Hudson on the Blue for dinner, like stuff like that. They're very the restaurants are very nice. I do miss like the ocean and stuff like that, like at night. But
you could go to like Atlantic City, Belmore, but it's a little farther.
Yeah, it's not the same. It's not like a 15-minute drive, and I just park my car.
I have to say something negative about Jersey. Yeah, the beaches aren't the best.
So it's a little different.
Yeah, it's definitely a little different. You see all that's like espuma. It's like not the best. What's it called? Do you have kids?
No.
Okay, I kind of knew that. Why? I mean, well, no, never mind.
Because I know I'm a partner.
Oh yeah, would you ever want kids?
Yeah. I figure when I am more financially, stable, I would adopt, even if I have a partner or not a partner, because I'd rather give a child a home or foster than not have.
I've been giving it more thought too, just because there's kids out there that definitely probably need it.
Yeah.
So why not?
And we took in foster kids at the daycare, and I saw
growing up with your mom.
When they first came in and when they left, they've changed and grown, and my mom taught them manners, I taught them manners. They were special needs, so a lot of people didn't have the patience, and I was always around special needs kids. So when I used to donate my time with Special Olympics, it was since I worked with them as a kid. When I did my voluntary work as an adult, I already knew what to do. Also in school, it was, you could see also other foster kids too that were in our daycare, they were thrown around, and being in a stable environment and going to school after they left their daycare, it helped them.
You think that helped you with patience also? Or not really?
Yes, but then I get it from my dad because he's really relaxed.
Oh really?
And then there's times where I'll snap like my mom, but when it comes to me, nothing bothers me. It was whatever.
Do you like to read?
With the dyslexia, I do Audible, and then I'll have the book.
Yeah.
So I haven't.
Do you read a lot though, or not? Or do you listen to audiobooks a lot?
I listen to them, and then I follow along in the book, and I've done that since a kid, because that's how they realized how I learned. So my comprehension on testing was off the charts, because if you told me something, I can retain it.
Off the charts, bad or good?
Good. So as a third grader, my comprehension was 12th grade. Yeah, they were okay, but you can't write or read very well. So how's that possible? And they got it. Because you listen, your comprehension. Yeah. So that's how I retain information.
We all learn differently. Yeah, that's cool. What's your favorite book you've ever read?
My favorite, you're gonna laugh, is The Hobbit.
That's funny.
It's The Hobbit.
I've never read that book.
It has to do with because the teacher that read to us, in 6th grade, he would read to us, and he was very theatrical when he read.
Okay.
So
he made it fun.
Yeah, he made it fun, and so I ended up reading the whole Lord of the Rings and stuff like that, weird stuff that. And then I was obsessed with the Holocaust at one point in school, so I was always reading about that. And then when I was going to school for criminal justice, I love the mind. What is it called? This book is really good. It's kind of trippy, but it actually helps you with sales too.
The Mind? Something like that?
It's called, oops.
Is it a personal development book?
See if I have, if it's going to load. So I have,
books like The Hobbit usually have
You can see my list is quite
a lot of books.
Different.
Good books. Kratom. Rich Dad Poor Dad.
Where is it? Did
I ever give you that book, Rich Dad Poor Dad? Yeah, right?
You gave me that one.
I've given that book to so many different people. But people that, I friends. It's a good book. It's because it's the first
this is a good one.
The Power of Broke. I have it. I read a couple pages and I haven't.
I read all of that book, and that was really good. And actually, he's dyslexic.
Really, I love 50 Cent's book. Have you read it?
No.
His new one, like a year ago. Hustle Harder, Hustle Smarter. Oh my God, it's on YouTube, and I would listen to it. I love that book. It's so cool. He like talks about like just abstaining from vices and like
Mind Hunter.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's called. It's not in here. I think it got taken off. But it was a good book.
Books like The Hobbit. I know they're just like. I mean, I look for like the lesson in almost anything I read or listen to. So like, for example, my favorite book is ever. I read it for my birthday, or at least I try to finish it on my birthday every year. It's called Ernest Hemingway is the author. The Old Man and the Sea. You ever heard about that book? I love that book. So even though it's like a novel, nonfiction book, well, it's fiction actually. No, nonfiction means not real. What's it called? I really love it because it's a story about a young boy and a man, and the man's getting old, and he's out in the sea. Nobody believes in him, but the little boy does. And then at the end, he comes back with fish. He can't catch fish, and all the 30-year-olds are like laughing at him, and they're like, "Oh, you can't do it anymore." Just like basically tell him to retire. But I mean, they're living in Cuba off the shore, so like they can't. He's not going to retire. So he goes out, he catches a big prey, and he comes back with 2 sharks. And everybody's like, wow, praise this guy. And then he just, at the end of the book, he just finally rests, lays his head. And I forgot the last sentence is so beautiful, like the last paragraph. Because if you know anything about Hemingway's books, see, this is why I used to like to write. All right.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I used to like to write. I wanted to become a teacher, like an English teacher at one point, but then I didn't because I got into entrepreneurship. And I thought a better way to like, I went to school. I was trying to become a teacher, a history teacher, and an English teacher. Because to me, I wanted to like help out like my peeps, right? Because I wanted to like, I thought in my head, I'm like, yo, if I teach our people about history and like the stuff they've gone through, then a lot of us wouldn't be so. Cause sometimes we're lazy, like at least like the ones I've seen, like you know how like you go to urban areas, what you mainly see certain ethnic groups.
Yeah.
And it used to get me mad. I'm like, why? So I was blaming everybody except myself. You get me? So that was my thing. And then I started realizing, I'm like, hey. I started reading history after high school because we weren't taught that in high school. I started reading all this history, and I realized I'm like, yo, if I could learn all this and teach it to my peeps, maybe maybe it, they could like just understand this stuff. All the stuff we went through wouldn't be in vain, and maybe they could be like, oh, why am I just sitting on my ass, right? I should get up and do something about it. Then I got into entrepreneurship at 20, and then my whole a light bulb went off in my head. I'm like, you know what? This is a probably better way to help the people that I want to help, because I could get them into entrepreneurship, and what better way to like lift yourself up from like being broke or poverty than like getting your business right, doing all this, doing all that. So I kind of went a little off topic, but books like novels, nonfiction books. A lot of times they have a lesson. So, going back to you, The Hobbit, is there like a lesson that you learned in that book?
I don't remember. I just remember that was one of my favorite books. And then I was like obsessed with like getting all of them and finishing the story and how he got through and like the good and the evil, and he never gave up. And
okay. Never give up. That's
like, it was one of those things.
Okay, let's see. What else do I got for you? What's your favorite place to go eat in New Jersey?
My favorite place to go.
Absolute favorite.
Diana's mom's house.
Dude, you know what?
That's like.
You know what? No, it does, because I feel the same way about my mom. I swear to. Or no, my aunt, my aunt Connie. She's a good cook.
Like it's just like
sometimes
she cooks with love. There is a difference.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I mean, you guys invited me before.
And we've gone to a lot of really, really good restaurants, and I love food, and I'm the type of person that will eat. I've had chicken heart. I've had some weird.
Oh, you'll eat.
I'll eat anything.
You're that person that eats the liver.
Yeah, like I've tried it. Like it was in Israel. I had chicken heart and liver kebab, and that was actually really good. I've eaten some weird stuff.
What did you want to be when you were growing up?
Scientist.
Would you still like to be a scientist, or do you think you're a scientist or not? Like, would you qualify yourself as one?
everything has science to it. Like when I was a mechanic, you have to learn and understand how a vehicle works and combustion and suspension and all of that, and how pistons work on brakes and how friction. So like I guess it's still similar to On Topic, and then diving in this industry of like the healing purposes of this like different products.
That's like scientists too.
Yeah, like our chemist is what is the scientist, and him like telling us stuff and feeding us information. It's all knowledgeable. It's crazy.
I listened to this guy named Ty Lopez, and he's like personal development guy, but he runs businesses and stuff, and he says everything you do, you should base it off the scientific method. Like, I still need to look up the scientific method because I forgot it, but he says like the first thing is always like the hypothesis, this, that, and then you should follow that anything you do. But that's cool. So you're a scientist. Who's the most influential person in your life right now?
It's my father.
Your father?
Like it's not like everyone would say a celebrity or something. It's my father. He's never gave up. He just does it.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Like, it's just one of those things, like, this man is gonna kill over and he still does it.
Yeah. It's funny you say that. Because, like, yeah, you're right. Most people would say, like, a celebrity or something, or someone they watch on YouTube or something. I had a meeting with Nalina. She's a field coach here. She helps out a lot of people with new people like me when they're getting involved in real estate. And she had a question for me. She goes, why do you do certain things? Or like, I forgot the question, but it was just like that, right? It was derived from the why. Or like, why do you do what you do? We were having a conversation, and that question came up, and I go, honestly, I just want my mom to be good. Like, I want, so I know what you're saying. That's cool. What character traits do you respect in other people?
What are
like, for example, like, you're not gonna be friends with like everybody. Like,
correct.
Are you like, what are some like character traits like if you're gonna work with somebody?
Honesty and being genuine.
Honesty and being genuine.
Yeah, like it's the reason the person that got us into Joyce. She's like the angel from God to me. Like right now, like we were looking for funding, and I met her at a bar, and we became friends because there was a mutual friend that knew her. And I didn't even want to go out that night. Like, I literally did not want to go out, and she didn't want to go out either. And we met, and I saw her energy was really low. Like, I could tell that she was in her head, and I was also in my head. And we just started talking and became good friends. And that's the person that actually during wintertime was like, hey, can you help me with my house? Like, she's a real estate agent, actually. And she purchases houses, and she has properties, and she redoes them, and gets tenants in and everything. And she put me to a test. Like, we had a lot in common. We worked together on the house, and our friendship got closer and closer. And she's the one that gave me a personal loan to get the raw material to start Joyce. Like, people like that. She believes in me. She's a really good person. Like,
I like that.
Like, it's like you can read people. What in their intentions too. Like,
yeah, I remember the first time I met you, you told me that.
Yeah.
About stuff like that.
And just like that's also another thing. Like, helping people. All the good I've helped people get off the street, or like give them a home, or give people food or whatever. And I needed somebody to give me a help. You know what I mean? I couldn't ask my parents. I couldn't ask anybody around. And meeting her, she gave me that opportunity. And of course, I'll pay her back as we agree. And I'm going to take her as we go up. Like, it's a chain reaction. That's the type of people. That's what I see.
Shout out to you, if you're watching this.
Jenny.
Okay.
Jenny for president.
We're going to switch a little. What's the most embarrassing memory you've ever had? You have right now.
Embarrassing?
I did an interview with someone, and I'm going to say this because this episode's not going to be aired, because she told me not to release it, but I asked her the same question, and she said she shit herself.
I've done that. But I had a broken foot. and I lived in a freaking condo in Seattle. I was, oh my God, I think I was like 27. And so my bathroom and everything was upstairs, and I had a downstairs bathroom, but I had a broken foot. So
this is so funny.
I couldn't walk up the stairs.
Is this normal for? That's crazy.
And I had to crawl from the couch, and I couldn't crawl fast enough to get to the bathroom, to the other bathroom. My foot is broken, so I'm like crawling like a baby, and it happened twice. And yeah, I'm not embarrassed. I think it's funny.
Oh my God. Well, you kind of have a reason.
Like,
she told me she was walking home from New York, got off the train, and it's funny because she said she was wearing a skirt that day. It was like in the summer.
Man, I feel bad.
And then she couldn't hold it. She just like let it out, and it came out. And I was like, dude, I hysterically just laughing, but I felt so bad. But
see,
she was laughing too. She's like, oh, I don't care.
Like,
tells me she cares, so I didn't post it.
I've done so many things that it doesn't surprise me. Like a lot
What's
of people
some of the crazy
know,
stuff you've done?
On Marissa's and Melissa's Diana's dad's birthday. Well,
Recently?
Yeah.
Okay.
Very recently.
Oh, it wasn't just like a week ago, his birthday?
No, it was like a couple months ago.
Oh, okay.
So we went out drinking, had some old fashions. Then we started having double old fashions.
Oh my God.
And I don't remember this. They had to show me a video. And I guess I was puking. And the video is hilarious. And they're like,
I've seen Patty drunk.
They're like, are you okay, Patty? And I'm like, no. And you see her dad, like, because Melissa's recording, and he's like, they pan to him, and he's like, take a picture. And I'm just like puking. I've done so many things that it doesn't surprise me. And like most of my friends, you would think of something, and everyone looks at me like, oh, have you done it? I'm like, yeah, that's happened to me. Like, I don't get embarrassed. Oh my God. I've one time left a party, and our friends came to stay at my ex's house, and I let them in. I guess I was just in my boxers and a wife beater, and I was walking up the stairs farting every time, and they were just replying, and I don't remember.
Yeah, you did that to me. I'm like, oh my God, Patty.
They're just like, oh, Patty.
What's another one?
God, there's so many different things.
We want to hear
like,
the world wants to hear.
I don't know. Like, I wish I could phone a friend and he would come with
You could.
and see if he'll answer.
Yeah.
He might be going to work. He has the best stories because it's like there's nothing to be surprised. I'm the one to be dared to do stuff. You know him.
Oh, neat.
It's today, Friday, so he might be at work.
He's a cool dude. I met him in Florida. He's from Washington State also?
Yeah, well, he's from the East Coast.
Hola, mami.
Hey, Nate, I'm on a podcast. Can you tell me one of the most embarrassing things that I've done? Like, funny? Something funny that I've done?
Yes. You're on a podcast? That's what's up. Let's see. What have you done? Man, you done hella shit, Goofy.
See, that's the reaction.
It's one of those you really gotta, if you're just being around and you'll see, you know? Fuck, man. I can't even think off the top of the dome right now.
Because I've done so many things, it's not surprising.
Name one quick one.
No. You should just get those text messages that were a little dyslexic behind. You go backwards. You'd be like, huh? Say that again?
She was just talking about her being dyslexic.
Yeah, the text messages were funny.
No, like, you know, something I've done that we've gone out besides me puking everywhere.
There's a lot there. There's some of those.
Tell us like a crazy drunk story.
A crazy Patty story?
Yeah.
I mean, we got some. The type of women she likes to go for is kind of crazy and interesting. That in itself, you know.
Has Patty ever brought home two people at the same night?
Wait, say that again?
Has Patty ever brought two people home at the same night? I said that so weirdly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I have.
I mean, at the same night. Let's see. Well, we had one. We even with whatchamacallit? Mr. Greek Goddess and Crazy Lady.
Oh, he's talking about this longshoreman that was an athlete that Nate opens the door.
Yeah, there's some Greek goddess dude here. Like, who the fuck is this?
Oh, she is.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Patty gets biddies?
I thought we didn't swing that way, you know?
That was when I was a lot younger, but yeah.
Yeah.
Would you say Patty gets biddies?
Patty does what?
She gets biddies?
Biddies? Where's
Oh my
biddies?
God, you guys are from the East Coast. The West Coast. Does she get girls?
Yeah. She look at her. Of course she does.
Oh yeah, I know she
Shape
does.
sizes. She definitely doesn't. Her Patty's type is just sometimes crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
But she doesn't have like a physical look type.
Name someone. Well, not name them, but like describe someone
them.
she's been with that's just like strange or like just crazy looking.
It's just, I wouldn't say crazy looking, but the last few. Where you? Are you in Jersey?
Yeah.
He hasn't met the.
Yeah, he
The
has.
last one. Did he?
Yeah, he has.
Oh, well,
That one.
Oh, okay.
if he met the last one was probably the chiller out of the bunch.
Okay,
yeah.
that sounds better.
Yeah.
Definitely the chiller out of the
Oh
bunch.
God, that's crazy. Yo, what's good, yo? You remember me? It's Adrian.
Yeah, what up, bud? I just seen something on Facebook where you were. I didn't know you were doing a podcast. I thought you were just on a podcast.
No, yeah, I'm doing the podcast.
Oh, that's what's up, man. How you been, though?
Good, bro. You can be part of it too. We were just talking. We're showcasing Patty's new business, how it's going, her life story, her upbringing, and then she goes like, "Can I phone a friend?" I'm like, "Yeah," because I asked her this question. One of the most embarrassing memories. So can you tell us one?
Embarrassing?
Yeah. So can you tell us one of the most embarrassing memories for Patty?
Man, I honestly, embarrassing. I can't think of nothing off the top. Like I said, any experiences she's been. If you've been there with some of the females she's been with, you know.
Oh man. Okay. That pretty much sums it up. That's crazy.
All right, Nate, I'll call you back.
All right.
Yo, nice to talk to you again, man.
All right, you too, man.
Bye.
Bye.
Just love you too.
Okay, all right, so we're going to wrap it up soon, but I have a couple more questions that I really want to ask you. What advice, if you could go back in time, what advice would you give to your younger self, knowing everything that's gone now?
If I knew what I know in my 30s and when I opened my first business, literally, Nate and I just had this discussion when I saw him in Florida. Like, we would be so much more farther in our careers, but also in your 20s you have to have fun. So I don't regret it. It's like I feel society wants to throw you in college or whatever at the age of 19, and you
come out with so much debt.
Not the debt, but you don't have time to experience life. So like one thing I learned about my old business partners, they're Israeli.
Oh, you told me about them.
When they graduate high school, they go in the army, right? And so they spend their years, and then they take some time off and they travel the world. And then they go into their careers. So they have time to have fun. In my 20s, I had a blast. Like I was always traveling, partying, doing things, where now I'm in my 30s. I don't want to do those things. I'm more focused. But if I knew at the time when I was making as much money as I was, if I was going to do this like 10 years down the road, kind of stay more focused, save more money at that time. So it's like, it's a love and a hate, because I get upset, but then I'm like, no, because I learned, and I got to be introduced to more people. Not even just when I was in high school and stuff. It was around that time I had so many different types of friends. I still do. It helped me connect with multiple people. Like one year I threw a birthday party at a park and just gave everyone flyers just by word of mouth from Seattle all the way to Olympia. So those are like a good 2-hour, 3-hour drive.
Yeah.
And everybody came to that park, and it opened my eyes knowing, like seeing all these groups of people of different types of like nationalities, like, you know, your stereotypes of like the cliques of what certain people are. And they were all there for my birthday, and that was the common denominator, but they all knew each other.
Yeah.
And it was so cool to see that, like, oh, you know this person, that know this person, but we all knew each other. I can't change that.
How old did you turn that year?
I think I was 24. 24. I always try to do something fun for our birthday because it's the beginning of summer. And
when is it?
The 21st. So it's the first day of June. First day of summer solstice.
I was going to say July. It's June. Nice.
And
it's coming up.
Yeah, it is coming up. I'll be 36.
So at the end of this, you're going to give like your info where they can find you and reach you, but you're going to give me all that stuff, maybe your Cash App, and then you're going to send some money to Patty for her birthday.
We're actually going to throw an event in June for our product, for our Kava line and our Delta line at a park. And we want to make it kid friendly, like get a jumpy.
Do you know what day yet?
No, not yet. We're still looking at that.
Follow Patty for the announcement.
Yeah, we're gonna do that. It's free food, all that. It's just come try the products in a safe environment, non-alcoholic beverage, so you can feel comfortable and you don't have to worry about driving.
You know how many people might attend? Or
we have no clue. So we've been telling so many people, and a lot of people are like, "That sounds like a great idea. Like, I want to come support." So then there's a lot of people too, like, "Hey, since you're doing free food, we'll bring food too." Like, okay, cool, that's awesome. Like, obviously, they see.
Around what time do you think it'll be?
Probably after it, because Pride's at the end of the month. A lot of people do that, and then there's graduations and stuff. So probably in the middle of June.
So it's like a business party at the park. Mm-hmm. And you don't know what day exactly yet, right?
Not yet, because I want to find a good park that has enough parking and like that will allow a jumpy house. And
there's a lot, like I was telling you, there's a lot of good places. Like one's like the Memorial Pool in Fair Lawn, because on the outside of the pool they have these grills and also like seats and stuff. Well, these are just the ones I know. On Saddle River Road, there's a big park. I don't know the name of the park. I think it's a Saddle River County Park. It's called. It's like a big, like small little lake, and then there's like a housing thing, like the shelter thing. Like it's like a gazebo. I think it's not a gazebo. It's like a gazebo, but gazebos are like circular.
Oh, okay.
Well, okay, then yeah, it is a gazebo. But there's like so much seating, and then there's grills also.
Yeah, we want to do something like that, and then like obviously
people go there to walk and stuff.
Show people that like products out there to help them and give them awareness, like give them education. But back to your question about my 20s and my 30s, just to do what you safely want to do in your 20s, because once you hit 30, it's time to get you mature into a different mentality.
Yeah,
like it, and especially with this generation, it's so if things have changed, that enjoy your 20s, 30s, and 40s. That's where you're going to start making the money. It's true. And like Jenny explained to me, her boss, right? He was honest with her and told her he didn't make his first million until he turned 50. And he's a boomer. And he's an old school boomer. So it's like, for people that are in their 20s or 19 getting to high school, if you find something you love, find a way to make money with it. Enjoy. Like if you like skateboarding, you love skateboarding, learn how to make decks. Sell them. Find a way.
That's true.
There's always something you can find with your passion and make money at the same time. You don't have to be strapped to something that's going to make you regret it.
Yeah. Like there's a good saying, don't let time pass and you're like selling or doing something that you don't want to do. I forget the exact saying. It's like, yeah, but I know what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a big key.
So if I would have knew, because I enjoyed it and the businesses I had, if I would have like stuck with it longer or invested, instead of blowing that money, invested in other things, that would be my advice to my younger self is don't blow it so much on stupid things, invest it in other things that you have other passions for.
All the kids listening. Okay, let's see. So we're pretty much going to wrap it up, but where can people find you online?
Instagram, our Smoke Shop Distro.
And you said there's a website where people can purchase products?
Yeah, right now they're working on it. We've had some technical difficulties, there are tech guys like taking care of it. But that should come up. You can always text me, email me. Doesn't matter.
I'm gonna have all her info on the comment section below. So.
Then it doesn't matter on time because I'm always, like I said, sometimes I go to sleep at 5 a.m. because I'm talking to clients and I don't wake up until 3, or sometimes I wake up at 7 a.m. and then I go to bed at 12. Like this industry is so different.
Yeah.
You have to be have structure with yourself because you can get lost. You can get lost into like a whole different routine, and you have to be strong in your mindset of what you need to get done.
Do you own any real estate right now? And if not, do you plan on anything?
I do not, and yes, we do plan on.
Would you buy here in Jersey?
We're interested in commercial properties.
Okay, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Where's your dream home? Like, would be where would your dream location be?
Where?
To live.
Back in San Diego.
Back in San Diego?
Yeah.
She loves California. Nah,
but I would have a house out here.
Yeah.
Because obviously, I don't know.
Care?
I don't know yet. Like somewhere, I like where I live in Wayne. I do like it.
Oh, you live right here in Wayne?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I just moved out here.
Because last time I knew you guys lived right here by the Richfield Park, I think. No, not Richfield Park.
Rochelle Park.
Rochelle Park. That
was a nice area. It's just I need space.
Yeah, and Wayne is a lot. I like Wayne. I love Wayne. It's like big. It's like separate sections of Wayne are a little different.
I would do I want hubs, as I call it, a hub out here because I have my clients, my clientele, and everything, and then a hub on the other side, so my parents have somewhere to be, and then I have my getaway, because this industry is worldwide.
Yeah, 100%.
And the marketing, just to give you an example, let me pull this up because I don't know if it'll be useful, but it's crazy. I'll be faster on my phone.
Do you work out of that? I'm here. I'm sorry. Do you work out of do you mainly work out of that?
My tablet?
Mm-hmm.
No, I have my laptop.
Okay.
It's kind of slow in here.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say it's super slow here. My laptop sometimes. Everybody's honestly this side of the building. I'm not sure why.
Oh, I don't even know why I'm doing that. I have it in this file right here. So the projections of 2020. All right, so in 2020, in the cannabis industry, it's $13.4 billion industry. In 2024, the cap is $36 billion. In 2030, it's going to be $444 billion industry. That's just in one industry.
Yeah.
And then kava is also a whole nother one. I don't know if it's gonna come up, but that's only in one industry. That's crazy. How it's capping. In kava, the market is 1.18 billion in 2022, and in 20 billion, and in 2019, it's going to be $3.4 billion industry.
2029?
Yeah, 2029, sorry.
Nice.
So it's only going to grow.
Yeah.
The more people have the knowledge and the awareness and the correct information, it's just going up from there.
And you definitely shared a lot of good information today, so that's cool. All right. Is there any last minute advice you would give? Let's say there's kids watching. Because I have a lot of my little cousins that tell me they've been watching. So
find your passion. Find your passion, and use it as a tool, and help people. That's literally it. Is find what you can enjoy of doing something and making money, and don't let anybody put you down. When I was in high school or junior high, my teacher told me I was never going to graduate. I graduated. Yeah, she did. She said it to my face.
That's messed up.
And what did I do? I graduated high school 2 years early, just to prove a point. Oh, you're gonna tell me I can't do something? Okay.
I love that. So prove people wrong.
Yeah.
Passion, definitely help people.
Yeah, and learn everything. Like, even when you're going through the hardest times, you can't go any like lower. Like when you're at that point where you think you're at your lowest, you can only go up, right? Everyone says that, but you have to learn how strong your mentality is at that moment. Like how you may be so depressed or so upset. Once you get out of that, remember, use that as a tool, like to keep going. Use that. Oh, I felt this so bad, or I didn't have this at this time, or use that as a tool to keep like always growing and be appreciative. Like the universe is always going to send you what you need, and be careful what you ask the universe. Be very like direct and suspicious. How do you say it? Specific?
Specific.
Yes, on the words of what you say, because it'll give you what you want.
Yeah.
But it may not be how you want it. So
I've had that before.
Learn that and understand it and be okay. Like always learn all your downs and your ups. Like it's all a learning process, because in 20 years you're going to be put in the same situation and you don't realize it until a little bit later that, oh, I already done this. I'm okay. I can do this again. Like I already went through it. What did I do last time? Well, I did this. I didn't like it, so don't do it that way. Do it a different way.
I love that. That just touched my heart. No, really. I think that was a great way to end it off.
Oh, okay.
This is NJ Talks. This is Patricia Roybal, or Patty Roy, for those of you that want to see her acting career. She's a really cool person. Definitely follow everything she does. I'm putting all her information down below. And thank you for watching. Patty, thank you so much for coming.
Thanks for having me.
Any last minute words?
Just believe in yourself and keep going. Trust me, I didn't want to get up out of bed today, but I surely had to, and I had two great meetings. And now I'll say this is the third one. So, you know?
I'm so happy that I'm the third. So, a great meeting. So, Patty, thank you so much.
Thanks, dude.
Come here. Yeah, come.